We're gonna make some wonderful, creamy, fluffy mashed potatoes. We're gonna use our Ninja Foodi pressure cooker, but this can be done in your Instant Pot too. It's a real quick, easy recipe. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. I'm trying to find ways to help you save time in the kitchen when you got the whole family waiting for dinner. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use our Ninja Foodi to make some mashed potatoes, okay? Now, I'm just using about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of potatoes. I have baby gold potatoes. Most people use russets when they're doing their mashed potatoes. I find these baby gold potatoes are a little more creamy when I'm done cooking them, and that's why I like them for my mashed potatoes, okay? But if you got russets, do russets, whatever potato you want. Just kind of follow the plan here. Let's get over to the Ninja Foodi station and start making these potatoes. I already have my potatoes cubed up. They're in about 1 inch or so little cubes. This will help it kind of cook a little faster. You want to keep those cubes as even as possible, so keep that in mind, okay? Okay, potatoes in. This is the big 8-quart. With the little 2 pounds we have of potatoes, you won't have to worry about too much going in there. We're gonna start off with about 2 cups of chicken stock. Basically, we just kind of want everything submerged in there. If it doesn't completely cover every potato, don't stress about it. I'm not gonna put any salt in there because there is a little sodium in the chicken stock, okay? So if you're just using water, I would put about 1 teaspoon of salt in there, but that's it. It's really simple. We're gonna set this on pressure high, and we're gonna set it for 3 minutes. Now remember, when it's coming up to pressure, that actually is cooking time too. So 3 minutes of pressure. We're gonna do a natural release on it, and I'll tell you why when we get there. Okay, so let's get this set up for 3 minutes. Okay, potatoes are in. We're going to go ahead and slide the slide all the way over. Pressure cook on high for 3 minutes. We're gonna make sure our vent is sealed. If you have the old Foodi, it's back here. The Instant Pot is back here too. But we're gonna make sure it's sealed, and we're just gonna hit start. All right, it's gonna come up to pressure. After it cooks for the 3 minutes, we're gonna let it naturally release, okay? So we're not gonna hit that unseal button or that vent button. We're doing this because just think about it when you are boiling some potatoes. A lot of times it foams up the starches in the water mix, and it foams up. The same things are happening in there, it's just a bit more contained. So if you did a quick release, all those potato juices is gonna go flying all over your kitchen. You don't want that. So let it have its natural release and just ease out, all right? Come on back. Team, we're up to pressure. It took about 10, 11 minutes to come up to pressure, only 3 minutes of cooking time, and then we'll do the natural release for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. Okay guys, now it's gonna start doing its natural release. Like I said, we're gonna let it go at least 5 minutes, if not a couple minutes more, okay? Yeah, let it go for about 7 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and release it. And that's what I'm talking about right there. You saw a little bit of that potato juice fly out, but it would have been so much worse if we hadn't let it naturally release for a while. Guys, I went ahead and we drained the potatoes in a little colander. I rinsed out the pan here. We're gonna go ahead and put these back in. I have it on sear and saute in the bottom on very low, just to keep them, keep it warm. You want your potatoes to be fork tender and break apart like that. Let's go ahead and start prepping these potatoes. I have a cup of cream in here with a half a stick of butter. Heat it up. I heat it up in the microwave. I'm gonna pour half of it in there and just start mashing. Now, I don't recommend using your metal potato masher in here, but that's what I have, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go carefully. I like a good chunky mashed potato, but you can get it smooth if you want. Okay, so it's coming together real nice. It's sucking in that cream and butter mixture. So before I pour the rest of it in there, we're gonna add a ton of cracked black pepper. When I say a ton, just a lot. About a tablespoon or so. I'm gonna add 2 pinches of kosher salt. So that's about a teaspoon or so. Start mixing that in there. All right, and then my secret weapon on my mashed potatoes, we're gonna put a little grated parmesan in there. Just about half a cup maybe. And with the sear saute mode on, you can tell it's gonna just kind of help it melt. It's still warm in there. It's drying out a little bit. We're gonna add a little bit more of the butter and cream mixture in there. You don't have to add it all. Remember, it's easier to add than take away. Okay, I got that as mashed as I want it to be. So now we're gonna use just a spatula to mix up the rest. And if you want it smoother, you keep smashing. But I like a chunky yet creamy mashed potato. Okay, let's taste it for seasoning. It's looking pretty good right there. Good stuff. Use a couple more pinches of salt in there, so about a full teaspoon. Mix, and we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up, and we can talk about it. And we're done. It is looking amazing, creamy, but has a couple little bit of chunks in there, little texture. I'm telling you, this is perfect. This is what you want. Guys, all I did was cook about 2 pounds of little potatoes. But if you're gonna go ahead and cook a fair amount for a big gathering, 5, 6, 7 pounds, just remember, you want your cubes even sized. You want that liquid to cover most of those potatoes in there, and then you're just up your time limit for your pressure cooking. Okay, so go, instead of 3 minutes, so I did 3 minutes for 2 pounds. If you have 6 pounds, maybe go 9 minutes. Shoot it like that. Same principles all the way through. Natural release, let that stuff happen, and then just be ready to roll. Okay, all right, let's try a little bite. Loving it. Creamy, but it has a little texture in there. That salt, pepper, that parmesan. You're gonna have people like, wonder what that is. All right, my secret weapon. Okay, listen, if you guys want to get yourself one of these 1-lid Ninja Foodies, check the link down below. It'll take you to Ninja Kitchen. It's an affiliate link, but like I said, it helps out the channel. Y'all, if you want anything from my videos, like my Dalstrong knives or these cutting boards, the cutting boards, mine's, they're personalized, right? So they say cooking with CJ. But if you click that link down below and go to Haley Home, you personalize it yourself. So when I say if you want a cutting board down below, I'm not saying you want a cooking with CJ cutting board. It's just like, all right, I want a Smith cutting board. Okay, so that's how those work. I never really clarify that, so I wonder if that's why people don't buy them. You're not buying a cooking with CJ cutting board. You're just buying a cutting board with your own personal stuff on there. All right. If you want to become a member of CJ's crew for real, here on YouTube, hit that join button right next to that subscribe button you should have already hit. Get your name at the end of the videos. Live forever in infamy on Cooking with CJ. But that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.